me ask y'all something, and don't be telling no stories and lies. Have you ever taken a shower, done your skincare, put your bonnet on, gotten to bed and still woke up like, why do I feel slightly used? Like not dirty, but not fresh either. And you're confused because you're like, I literally just cleaned myself before bed. But here's what a lot of people won't tell you. Grown woman hygiene is different. Sweating differently, balancing hormones, releasing oils, repairing skin, resetting your pH, and deciding whether or not you'll wake up glowing or deciding what shifted overnight. Because some of us, respectfully, are still going to bed with the whole day on top of us. Old deodorant still fighting for its life. Oh, and that lotion from 7 to 8 hours ago. Stress sweat and whatever scent survived the day. And then we marinate overnight like a box of chicken, and we don't even realize it. So tonight we're talking about nighttime grown woman hygiene habits that every woman needs, that I wish I knew sooner, because these change how you smell in the morning, how my skin looks, how I sleep, how I feel waking up, and honestly, my confidence. But before we jump right in, help me out real quick. Drop down in the comments and put night reset or whatever you like, because it tells me and the algorithm that y'all like these grown women hygiene videos. And when you comment, like, and engage, it genuinely helps it to reach more women who need it. And I appreciate y'all so much when you do that, seriously, and when you don't. And if you're new over here, hey, I'm Dr. Nina, licensed psychologist. I'm a professor, wife, and mama, and I'm your favorite grown woman reset partner, self-appointed, of course. And around here, we talk real life glow-ups, hygiene, confidence, and becoming the version of ourselves that no one prepared us for. All right, let's get started.
Dr. Nina, the girl next door, beautiful brown baby doll.
Point number 1, you're going to bed with that good old day still all on you. This first one, a lot of us won't even realize that we've been doing it for years. For some of us, and even me, nighttime hygiene meant I showered earlier, I washed my face, I brushed my teeth, I got into bed, I'm clean, right? But what I didn't realize is your body collects things all day long. Not just dirt. I'm talking about stress sweat, fabric friction, oil buildup, deodorant residue, old lotion, perfume mixing, body heat, sitting, walking, moving, and living. And it gathers in places we don't even think about, like under the boobs, between your thighs, under your stomach, lower back, neck, underarms, between your cheeks, and between your knees. And here's the part people don't want to say out loud. When you go to bed without resetting that, you don't just sleep, you marinate. Because now you're in blankets, body heat, warm air, little movement, and fabric friction. So everything that was sitting up on your body all day just settles in overnight. Good old sleepover. And then you wake up like, why do I feel sticky? Why do I smell off? Why is my skin irritated? Why do I feel like I need another shower? Because that sour smell might not be nice. And the wild part is you were technically clean earlier, but you may have went to bed with the whole day still on you. And this happens even more if you wore tight clothes, you ran errands, you had a long day, you sweat even a little, you reapplied deodorant, you lotioned hours earlier, and you sat for long periods. You're layering on top of layers on top of layers. And at night, your body temperature actually rises. Your hormone shifts, your sweat glands activate. So everything intensifies while you're sleeping. That's why a lot of us wake up thinking, I literally just showered. What happened? So here's what I started doing. Not a full shower every night. Because let's be honest, I'm not doing that. And plus my skin will dry out. But I started doing what I call a night reset. Just a quick rinse or wipe down in the grown woman zones. Let's be grown here. Underarms, under boobs, inner thighs, between the cheeks and the neck. Then I dry completely, light lotion, fresh deodorant, looser sleeping clothes. And let me tell you, I wake up feeling more like I just got out the shower. My skin is calmer, less friction, less irritation, less odor, less confusion. It just feels balanced. So WTF do you do, lazy edition? You might want to do a baby wipe reset or a wipe reset. Fresh deodorant, get you a loose shirt, get in bed. That's it. And this alone changes the whole nighttime hygiene game. Now, some of us may want to do a luxurious night or a nighttime routine or a pamper routine every now and again. I do too. And I do sometimes, just not every night. So listen to your body and figure out what it needs. Point 2, your body actually sweats more at night and nobody talks about it. Now, this one might shock you because a lot of people think nighttime is when your body is just resting. Like everything shuts down, right? No, your body is actually very active at night. Your hormone shifts, your skin repairs, your temperature even fluctuates. Oh, and your nervous system, it resets. And during all of that, your body actually sweats more when you're sleeping without you even realizing it. Not always that drenched sweat, but light moisture. And that light moisture mixed with lotions, body oils, fragrance, fabric, heat, and blankets, that creates the perfect environment for odor, bacteria, irritation, clogged pores, and even friction, especially in the grown women zones. And some of us don't even realize we sweat at night because it's subtle. Not me. Because I be sweating. Ain't no question. Ain't nothing light. But you could wake up feeling like, why do I feel slightly damp? Why do my thighs feel sticky? especially in the folds? Why does my neck feel warm? And why do I feel like I need a shower again? It's not in your head. Your body temperature actually rises during certain parts of sleep, especially during those hormonal shifts, during stress, perimenopause changes, after long days or eating late, after showering too hot. I done told y'all about boiling your cells. I like to do it too, but and sleeping under those heavy blankets. So even if you went to bed fresh, your body can create a whole new environment overnight. So here's what I started doing. I started preparing my body for nighttime sweating instead of ignoring it. So after my night reset, I use a lighter lotion, not super heavy oils, and not super thick creams, because heavy products trap heat. Then I wear breathable sleep clothes, usually just a t-shirt that's breathable, loose shirts, and soft fabrics. And like I told y'all, I like to lightly apply deodorant at night. Not heavy, just a light reset. And that alone, I wake up less sticky, less odor, more comfortable, skin calmer, and no random irritation. And another thing that helped, not going to bed immediately after a hot shower. Because when you do that, your pores are open. Your body gets warm, you get under blankets, and now you're sweating immediately. I started showering, letting my body cool down, then getting in bed. Game changer. So WTF do I do? If you happen to wake up sweaty, switch to a light lotion, looser sleep clothes, cooler room. I love to sleep with one leg under the cover and one leg out. I don't know why, but it seems to work for me. Also, I like deodorant at night. You don't need a full routine. You just need to stop trapping heat, because grown woman nighttime hygiene is really about managing what happens when you sleep. Point 3, your sheets might be reapplying funk back onto your body. Now listen, this one right here, a lot of people don't get told this, and when you do tell them, they might get a little offended. Mainly because we focus on showering, washing our bodies, skincare, bonnets, night routines, but sometimes we forget what we're laying in. Your sheets absorb everything, and I mean everything. Sweat, body oil, lotion, dead skin, fragrance, hair products, night sweat, drools, and body heat. All of that transfers from your body into your sheets. And then the next night, you laying right back in it. So even if you clean your body, you're reapplying yesterday. And this can cause morning odor, body acne, chest breakouts, back breakouts, thigh irritation, itching, skin sensitivity, and sometimes even vaginal imbalance. Especially if you sleep hot, sleep in lotion, sleep in body oil or fragrance, tight clothes, or don't change your sleep shirts often. Because your body is basically sweating, releasing oils, and shedding skin all night long. And your sheets are collecting it. And then you roll around in it. And then the cycle continues. And this is why some of us wake up like, I showered. I did everything. Why do I still feel off? Your sheets, though, they holding on to memories. So what I started doing, I didn't go crazy, but I started rotating a few things. Sleep shirts more often, pillowcases every few days, top sheet refresh, lighter blankets, or their leg hanging off the side of the bed. And I noticed less morning odor, less chest breakouts, less thigh irritation, less skin sensitivity, and less waking up feeling sticky. And here's something else. Your nighttime fragrance actually lasts longer when your sheets aren't holding on to old scents, because now you're not mixing today's scent with yesterday's scent, with laundry detergent and with lotion. You're starting fresh. And now the WTF do I do? You don't need to wash everything constantly. Just rotate those sleep shirts, change those pillowcases more often, pay attention to them. Let your sheets breathe, lighter fabrics. And if you sleep hot, this matters even more, because this grown woman nighttime hygiene isn't just about your body. It's about what your body is touching for 8 hours. And also, grown woman sidebar, watch who bed you climbing into. They little nasty sheets and things. And honestly, this is why I become more intentional about what I smell like at night, not just during the day, because daytime fragrance is different. Nighttime fragrance is softer, closer, and it's more intimate. It's what you smell when you're winding down, what lingers on your sheets, what you wake up still smelling, and what makes you feel put together even in pajamas. And actually, that brings me to today's sponsor, Scentbird. And thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. Y'all already know that fragrance is a big part of my routine, not just for going out, but for how I feel at home too. There's something about smelling good at night that just makes me feel more relaxed, more feminine, more put together, even if I'm in a loose shirt and a bonnet. Or my head wrap. And this month, I got some really good ones. First up, Tocca Lucia. Soft, clean, and feminine. Notes of Italian lemon, fig, and even jasmine. And it smells so fresh and pretty. And y'all know I love Tocca Layla, so this one really put me over the top. I also have Fragrance Du Bois Sirene. This one is just bomb. Grown woman warm, slightly sweet, and it's the perfect cozy nighttime scent. This is what I wear when I want to smell expensive, but relaxed. And then Fugazi, Vanilla Haze. And I'm usually not big on vanilla, but this one is smooth and slightly creamy. Vanilla, but not childish. That's why I like it. And I finally got to try Marc Jacobs Daisy Dream. Airy, fruity, soft. This is perfect for bedtime and for lounging. It's feminine but not overpowering. And what I love about Scentbird is that you don't have to commit to a full bottle. You get a 30-day supply of each fragrance. So you can really test them out over several days and see what works for you. And they have over 900 fragrances, from designer to niche brands. So you can experiment and find your signature scent. And I love the little cases. You can just twist and spray. And they're super portable and cute. You can throw them in your purse, in your travel bag, your nightstand, because I actually have a nice little placement for mine now. And fun fact, wearing the same fragrance every day can cause nose blindness. And that's where you stop noticing your own scent. So switching it up monthly keeps things fresh. And it helps you to actually smell yourself. If you want to try Scentbird, scan my QR code up here.
Or use my code BabyDol2 to get 55% off your first month.
This makes your fragrance just $9, which y'all is honestly a steal. You also get free delivery and a free case. And you can start building your fragrance rotation without committing to any full bottles. All right, y'all, let's move back into these points. Point 4, nighttime fragrance hits different and a lot of women are doing it wrong. Now that we're talking about scent, your nighttime fragrance is not supposed to be the same as your daytime. During the day, we spray wrists, necks, clothes, hair, walk through it, and do the most. But at night, the same approach can actually be too strong, too heavy, too stimulating, too irritating for the skin, and sometimes too much for your sleep. Nighttime fragrance is meant to be soft, close, intimate, barely there, and lingering, not announcing. And this changed the way that I wear fragrances completely. Instead of spraying anything everywhere, I started doing soft placements behind the ears, collarbone, center chest, inside the elbows, and lightly on the sleep shirt. Not heavy, just enough so that when I move, I smell it. And there's something about that. You get in bed, you relax, you move around, and you smell soft fragrance. It just feels calming, feminine, put together, and intentional, even if we in a bonnet and an oversized t-shirt. Heavy fragrances can actually trap heat, mix with sweat, become overwhelming, and irritate the skin. So lighter application is always going to win. So what I started doing is after my night reset, light fragrance with soft placement, breathable fabrics. That's it. And I wake up still smelling soft and not strong. And it doesn't mix weird with overnight sweating. So WTF do I do? One spray max, soft areas only, not clothes and skin. Keep it light. Nighttime fragrances should whisper and not yell. Point 5, your skin repairs itself at night, but only if you let it. This one made me rethink everything. A lot of people don't know that most of your skin repair happens in your sleep. That means that while you're sleeping, your skin regenerates, collagen production increases, barrier repairs, inflammation decreases, and cells turn over. But here's the catch. If your skin is covered in buildup, trapped in heavy products, irritated from friction, sweaty or not moisturized properly, the repair process gets disrupted. So you wake up dull, irritated, dry, oily, or even breaking out. And that's not because your skincare is bad. It's because nighttime hygiene affects skin repair, especially neck, chest, under boobs, backs, thighs, and arms. Your body's skin needs recovery too. And for years, I was focusing so heavy on my face. Now, Hydratonitis Suppurativa came along in my 20s and it taught me a thing or two. So your body gonna stay screaming, we exist too. So what I started doing is after my night reset, lighter moisturizer, not heavy oils, focus on those friction areas, and gentle hydration. And I stopped with the layering of the heavy oils and butters, lotions, tight clothes, and blankets, because that traps heat and blocks repair. Once I switched, my skin looked smoother, calmer, less irritated, less bumpy, and also more even. Even my chest and my neck improved. So WTF do I do? Light lotion, breathable clothes, no heavy layering, and clean skin before bed. And whenever my body acne would get out of control, I love a nice salicylic acid spray. And there's some great ones out there. Keep in mind that your body repairs while you sleep, but only if you don't suffocate it. Point 6, your feminine pH actually changes overnight. And that explains a lot. We're about to get real grown woman for a second. Your body temperature changes, moisture increases, bacteria balances adjust, and your hormones fluctuate. And all of that happens when you're sleeping, which means what you wear to bed, how tight your clothes are, if you're sweating, if things are breathable, if there's moisture trapped. All of that affects how you wake up. And this is why sometimes you wake up and you're like, I don't smell bad, but something is a little off. Or I feel slightly irritated, I feel more sensitive, or more moist than usual. And if you're sleeping in tight drawers, yes, underwear, tight shorts, heavy fabrics, trapped moisture, and synthetic materials, you're creating the perfect environment for imbalance. And again, a lot of people don't know that. They just say drink water, take probiotics, and use this new wash. But nighttime environment really matters. So some of the things I started doing, I stopped sleeping in tight bottoms. I don't do it. Loose shirt, breathable fabrics, sometimes nothing restrictive at all. And I focus on staying dry, not trapping moisture or layering heavy products. And I notice less irritation, better balance, less random sensitivity, and more comfortable mornings. And honestly, you just feel fresher. So WTF do I do? Loose sleeping clothes. clothes, breathable fabrics, avoiding tight underwear, and staying dry before bed. Your body actually knows how to regulate itself. You just don't want to trap it up in a whole bunch of mess. Point 7, the wake up already put together habit. This is the one that made me feel the most grown, because nighttime hygiene isn't just about being clean. It's about waking up already together. And there's something about going to bed fresh, soft scents, comfortable skin, hydrated body, and breathable clothes. And that makes you wake up feeling calm, put together, not rushed, not sticky, not needing an emergency shower. And that changes your whole morning. Instead of waking up like I need to fix everything, you wake up feeling like you just need to refresh. That's a different type of confidence. And this doesn't mean doing a full routine. It's small things, the night reset, light lotion, soft fragrance, loose sleep clothes, and a clean sleep environment. And now your morning all of a sudden starts calmer, easier, and less chaotic. This is that stay ready so you don't have to get ready energy. What I started noticing, I woke up less irritated, less sweaty, less rushed, skin calmer, smelling good, feeling real feminine-y, even before coffee. And that changes how you move throughout the day. So WTF do I do? Night reset, light scent, loose clothes, clean sheets. Go to bed intentionally and you wake up elevated. So y'all know I stay with a bonus for y'all. So call this number 8 or the bonus. Your feet are secretly affecting your entire nighttime hygiene. This one is quick, but it matters more than people realize. Your feet sweat a lot and they can stink. Even if you don't feel it. And when you go to bed without resetting your feet, at least sometimes, you transfer sweat, bacteria, odor, and even moisture. All of that into them sheets. And then you're rubbing your legs together, pulling blankets around you, and moving all night. And now it's everywhere. And this can contribute to sheet odor, body odor, night sweating smell, rough heels, dry cracked feet, and sometimes itchy skin. And I didn't connect this for years because I was like, I showered earlier, my feet are fine. But your feet sweat again throughout the day, especially if you wore sneakers, ran errands, walked a lot, wore socks, or if you were on your feet. Your feet need a quick reset too. So what I started doing was a quick rinse or wipe down and dry completely. Then a light lotion on them heels, concentrating on the heels and the bottoms. And I started noticing less sheet odor, less waking up feeling stuffy, smoother feet, and overall fresher feeling. It's small, but it elevates everything. So WTF do I do? White feet, dry feet, light lotion, concentrated on the bottoms and the heels. Done. Grown woman nighttime hygiene, complete. So y'all, I just want the best for all of us, okay? Not just what we go out into the world looking like, but also how we treat ourselves, okay? How we're going to sleep. A lot of that is going to affect how we treat ourselves during the day. So you see how it can be cyclical. And I just want us to really think about those things because those carry us through. It also builds more confidence in ourselves. And even as we're going through body changes, hormonal changes, all of that, we deserve the love. Okay, we deserve it. So if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and type down below grown woman nights, because I love seeing who watches all the way through. And it also helps women get this grown woman conversation that they need. So what's one nighttime habit that you do, or one that you're about to start tonight? I'm reading the comments like always, so make sure that you comment, share this video with someone who can use it, and subscribe. All right, y'all, I'll see you in the next one. Dr. Nina signing out. Peace.